Who's the most influential person in my life? I'd say Leonardo da Vinci, because that guy invented so many things 500 years before they were invented. He invented the helicopter, planes, drawing. I mean, people kind of sucked before he came around. I found out about him in a book at the library. I'd say he's pretty cool. He was way ahead of his time. And sometimes I think there's someone here way ahead of their time. Yeah. The Mona Lisa is kind of overrated, though, I think, because that's just a drawing of some chick. A little overrated, if you ask me. But he did the Last Supper, and everybody makes fun of the Last Supper. You see all these pictures of everyone sitting on one side of the table, Jesus is doing this.
Color affects the way people feel. I feel like that's a very important question that we kind of have to ask, especially like if you're kind of feeling down, you might like sit in a dark room and listen to sad music. But I feel like the way you feel is more kind of with yourself. So if you see colors and it makes you feel a certain way, then I feel like yes, the color does affect the way people feel. But I feel like if you're already upset and like you see something bright and colorful, it could make you happy. But if you're saying like, oh, I'm really upset, maybe seeing a flower may not make you very happy about the situation. Usually when I see like brighter colors, like blues and reds and like the really vibrant colors, it does kind of make me warm inside because like I like colors, that I'm very creative in that sense. But I feel like some people it may just not affect them in the same way it does me.
Do plants have feelings? I believe that it is more of a complicated question than it actually is. Many people say that animals have feelings. Cows, dogs, cats, and that may be true. Even humans have feelings and we are Homo sapiens. However, I believe that plants do have feelings because in a scientific study, there has been a study showing that plants do know when they're getting eaten. But do they actually have feelings in its own way? Because if plants know that they are being eaten, then what feeling could that be? Could that be more of a fear, an anger? Who knows? Plants do not go and express their feelings in different ways. A tree cannot go and just go and slap you across the face with its branch and say, hey dude, F you just went and just cut me off. You wouldn't cut me down. So, a lettuce won't go and just punch your stomach just because you ate it, because it's angry. But if it knows it's being eaten, then could it really have feelings? Could it really do anything in that sort of fashion? If plants do have feelings, then how would they be able to go and express them when they do not have any sort of anatomically correct body parts to be able to go and do that? So I believe it is more of I believe it's more of a question. I feel like it's more of a complicated question than it actually could be.
Real learning doesn't occur in the classroom. I think it's true because Benjamin Franklin only had about 2 years of education, and he's known for being pretty smart. So was Einstein. He was horrible in school, but now he's one of the biggest geniuses in the world. Still is. And he's been dead for almost 60 years. And a lot of people, when they go to school and have the job they majored in college, they don't know what to do at all. So school, if done right, can teach you things correctly, but most of the time it can't. And plus, sometimes you just don't know what you want to do in the future. So you could be studying for the wrong thing the whole time, and all that education will be useless. I think there should be a new kind of system to work on it, so everybody can learn something, especially if it's something they want to learn. There's no use in learning something you don't want.
Does money make the world go round? I believe the world does kind of run on money. It runs through a process of trading and buying and selling, and I feel like that really influences how our world works. If we were to take money out of the equation, we would have to find some better way to cooperate with other countries, just other people in general, to find like a better structure of getting food, water, or anything else in the world. Money, currency finds the way to kind of bring all of that stuff into one situation. Back to the question, does money make the world go round? I believe that the world runs off of each other, so I feel like no. I feel like my answer to that question would be no, due to the fact that we could live without it. So yeah.
Junk food's popularity relies on marketing. I believe it is more of a mixed bag. I do believe that marketing is once again a big factor in junk food popularity. However, I do believe that word to mouth could also be just a good thing. But the very taste of junk food itself can be very captivating. I myself love Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola products more so than I do other type of chips and stuff like that. However, I do love a lot of chocolate, and I do see a lot of it on TV, which makes me think I should go and get some more. But I do believe that marketing is a very big thing